Hello again, everybody! Zack Attack is here with my TNA Impact Wrestling review for tonight, September the 20th, 2012. Notice anything different here? Back in my room, not on my laptop anymore. My computer's been broken for about 5 months. Finally got my computer back. I'm recording on my webcam again. You probably tell by the better quality and better sound from this video. So I'm happy to have my webcam and my computer back. But now to the business at hand. Impact Wrestling review. Open fight night tonight. Mixed bag. You know, we had some okay things, some bad things. And of course, a kind of a screwy little main event. Couple little finishes that were kind of screwy, especially our first match, which I'll get to. But heading towards Battle for Glory, TNA needs to do a lot more. And also, especially now that they're going to be live for the rest of the year. A summer thing is now turned into the rest of the year live, 8 to 10 on Spike throughout the year 2012. Now, with tonight's TNA Impact Open Fight Night, which began with a segment involving Hulk Hogan, ready to take care of the Ace and Eights problem. He had Joseph Parks on the job, ready to deliver some cruciating evidence concerning Ace and Eights, especially concerning their mole, should they say, that they kind of revealed last week. And also, Hulk's got someone to watch his back, although he wasn't necessary, Shaquille O'Neal. But with that out of the way, on with our first match, which was, of course, AJ Styles and Kurt Angle coming out to the ring first, calling out Hernandez and Chavo Guerrero. Now, AJ Styles and Chavo Guerrero both had singles victories over what happened to tag team champions. AJ over Kaz and Chavo over Daniels, which meant that both AJ and Angle and Hernandez and Chavo have earned title matches against the champs, Kaz and Daniels. But there should only be one team gunning against the champions, not two teams. So Kurt and AJ called out Chavo and Hernandez for this little number one contenders match. Great opener, great opener with some great action for these two teams. TNA's got almost everything better than WWE. I've been telling you for months they've had a better knockouts division. The tag team division's not that bad either. You really lost a couple good teams. AJ and Angles seem to be a good team. Same with Hernandez and Chavo. And Kaz and Daniels, who were watching the match, and get a little bit too involved in this matchup, which I will explain in a few moments. Are decent tag teams as well in this division. So AJ and Angle had it all to themselves most of the match, but of course Hernandez and Chavo came back, with Chavo delivering the Three Amigos to AJ after a couple of attempts. But Chavo missed the frog splash. This is how the finish happened. So Chavo missed the frog splash, and AJ nailed the Pele, and AJ was ready to nail the Styles Clash. Then all of a sudden, Kaz and Daniels, who were innocent bystanders, like I said, got a little bit involved, getting a no contest result, attacking not just AJ, but also Chavo as well. So, Kaz and Daniels were attacking AJ and Chavo, and here comes Hulk Hogan, saying that Kaz and Daniels want to stick their nose in this business. Well, you know, at Bound for Glory, it's not going to be one team to worry about, it'll be two. Hogan named a triple threat match for the tag team championships. It will be Kaz and Daniels defending against AJ and Angle and Hernandez and Chavo. So we have a triple threat tag team match. One of possible matches named for Bound for Glory tonight. I'd say two that were official and one that could be teased. Especially from the result of tonight's fight between these two guys, which I'll explain in a moment. Now on to our next match, which was the gut check for the week. As Evan something, some 18-year-old guy, Evan, sound like a Greek name to me. And, by the way, before we get to that, we had a little, segment involving, Dixie Carter and Bruce Pritchard. The sync was off. So here we go. Gut check for the week. It's Evan Markopolos, who's only 18 years old, taking on Doug Williams. Now, I've said this in the past, but gut check people, they don't show up hard. They knew they were going to get squashed. They don't show anything. But this Evan guy showed a little bit of potential in this fight. He did have some offensive moves, but he blew opportunities. He had decent opportunities. He did like a clothesline thing. and wanted to do more with Doug, but unfortunately, he took a little bit long, and Doug capitalized and got the victory with a submission attempt on Mr. Evan, 18-year-old. So there you go. Doug Williams wins another gut check matchup, lost by another rookie. But this Evan guy showed a little bit of potential to me, a little bit of heart. He indeed fight his best off. Better. I've seen him. This is probably the best gut check I have seen in months. He actually shows some fight in him. So we'll see if Evan gets the vote of confidence by the judges, Al Snow, Taz, and Bruce Pritchard next week on Impact. Now, on with our next Open Fight Night Challenge, which was teased last week. It was James Storm, yes indeed, calling out Bobby Roode. Now, these two, of course, had a little problem stemming from no surrender when Bobby Roode screwed James Storm out of a possible TNA title shot by interfering in his match against Bully Ray this past Sunday at Bound for Glory Series Final at No Surrender. These two got into a brawl last week on Impact, and Storm said blatantly he was going to call out Bobby Roode this evening for Open Fight Night. Now, James Storm came out, ready to kick some ass on him. Coward, as he likes to call Roode, which is true. So here goes Bobby Roode, and his music comes blaring. He comes out with a suit, saying that he doesn't want to fight Storm tonight, blah, blah, blah. But Hogan came to Roode backstage saying, Roode, you forgot the concept of Open Fight Night. You get called out, you have to fight. He threatened Roode to be suspended for the rest of the year if he didn't take this fight against Storm. So, in his suit on, he took his jacket off and everything. He fought James Storm. It's basically a fight. That's what it was. It wasn't a wrestling match. It was the epitome of Open Fight Night. It was basically that, a fight. Storm came right at the Roode at ringside, fighting him outside the ring. And basically that's where most of the match took place, mostly outside the ring. I think they were in the ring for less than 2 minutes. Of the entire match, they were in the ring for no less than about 2 minutes. They were fighting outside the ring, wherever we let it go, until Bobby Roode had to, well, he almost got himself disqualified many times in this fight by using a steel chair. And Storm used some weapons, kind of like the steel barricade, and using people's feet. He used people's foot to rail Bobby Roode's head against him. But it all came to a head. I said to myself, I think something's going to happen between these two. Because I know these two have possibly going to have a match of Bound for Glory. They deserve a no DQ match. A Falls Count Anywhere match. Not a simple wrestling match. So something's going to happen, a DQ or something, to probably cause a match to happen at Bound for Glory. Where it did. Roode and Storm both tangled with the referee many times. The referee lost total control of this fight, so therefore the referee threw it out after Bobby Roode touched him for the third or second time. That was, of course, Brian Hebner. But the fight wasn't over yet. They took it all the way in the back, and the cameras didn't caught up with them. But indeed, Storm and Roode ain't over yet. So even though this fight ended up being a disqualification win for Storm, I said it, a match between them two, possibly no DQ, Falls Count Anywhere, Monsters Ball, something like a violent match between Storm and Roode at Bound for Glory. That's right, man. That's the perfect way to do it. No DQ between these two. Because they want to beat the fuck out of each other, you know. They don't want a wrestling match. They just basically want to make each other bleed. They want to use chairs. They want to use tables. They want to bring the pain to the other guy. So, that's what's probably going to happen. Bound for Glory match between Storm and Roode. Possibly no DQ style. So there you go. Roode loses by disqualification. Storm wins. But like I said, I smell Bound for Glory. And let's get over to the next segment. Sorry about the technical things. I'll say that. Hulk Hogan was going to take care of the Ace and an 8 Sting. And he was going to have Mr. Joseph Park, a.k.a. Aries, to come out with some evidence he's been working on and whatever. But then he found out, just before he was about to come out, Hulk found out that Joseph Park was kidnapped and held hostage by Ace and an Eights. So Hogan came out saying, Ace and an Eights, you want to play by your rules, huh? Well, I accept your deal. The deal is that Hogan will be at the Ace and Aces Clubhouse next week on Impact, and they would let Joseph Park go. Well, Hogan would back up his end of the deal. Unfortunately, Ace and Ace didn't back up their end, as they still held Joseph Park hostage, broke his computer, and banged him in the head with a hammer. Now, I did hear that they'll say that the mole, that the possible leader of the Ace and Eights is Jeff Jarrett. That could be very interesting, but I guarantee you, no matter who it is, if it's Jeff Jarrett or whatever, I guarantee you that by or act, probably act, Bound for Glory, we will find out who is behind Ace and Eights and who are the Ace and Eights, including Luke Gallows is one of them. We know that. So who knows? So there you go. Ace and Eights sent out another message to the TNA roster. This world's getting a little bit hotter, as Hogan will be in the clubhouse next week on Impact. Now on to, well, it wasn't really a match. It was more like a match/segment involving Tara. Now we saw what happened last week. Tara, after losing to Miss Tessmacher last Sunday at No Surrender, it seemed that Tara was about to applaud her pupil, should I say. But then Tara stood here, as I kind of predicted to myself, and delivered the widow's peak on Miss Tessmacher. And of course, I told you that there's two matches that are somewhat official for Bound for Glory tonight. Like I said, tag team title match is official. It's all but official now. The women's knockouts title match, Tessmacher against Tara. Now, Tara delivered a very heel promo tonight, talking about Tessmacher using Tara to get the spotlight and to get the knockouts title, blah, blah, blah. It seemed that Tara was going to call out Tessmacher, but she instead called out Christy Hemme, the ring announcer who retired from wrestling. Now, Tara was about to beat up Christy after Christy admitted that Tessmacher is her favorite knockout. As Christy was just about to get her butt whipped, here comes Tessmacher, ready to pounce on Tara, but Tara used Christy as a human shield to indeed back away from the fight against Tessmacher. And that's when she said, "Bound for Glory, you're mine, bitch." So that's why I'm saying that the knockouts title match will be on. So we got, like I said, 3 possible matches made. 2 that are somewhat official. The tag team title match between AJ and Angle versus Cass and Daniels and Chavo and Hernandez. Their knockouts title match, Tara and Tessmacher. And of course, after their disqualification finish tonight, Roode against Storm. Like I said, possibly no DQ matchup. Speaking of matches set for Bound for Glory, with our next match, main event of the evening, which involved the TNA champ, Austin Aries. Now, Austin Aries had a little backstage talk with Mr. Jeff Hardy, who is, of course, the winner of the Bound for Glory series, and about to face Mr. Aries at Bound for Glory for the title. Austin had a conversation to Jeff, saying that, "Jeff, I'm not the hunted. You are the hunted, Jeff. I want what you have." Because Jeff gets the adulation of the fans, and the fans bow to him and watch his every move. You know what I mean? They listen to him. They hang on every word he says, even though it's none. So that's what Austin Aries claims he wants. He wants a successful career like Hardy. And he said to Hardy, "Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. No, you can. Yes, I can. No, you can. Yes, I can. No, you can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can." So that's what Austin Aries meant to say, that Hardy, if you can beat Bully Ray, I can beat Bully Ray. So he called out Bully Ray for a main event. Unfortunately, Aries, he's beaten Bully Ray before. Not this time. It was an okay main event. Austin Aries was almost dominant over Bully Ray, but when Bully got control, he got control in a big, big way for being a big bully. And the finish came in this okay matchup in this decent main event, when Austin Aries inadvertently hit the referee. And he put Bully in a submission, but of course the referee didn't see it. So when the referee knocked out Bully Ray, after getting out of the submission, pulled out his big chain, knocked the hell out of Austin Aries, and of course the referee came to 1, 2, 3, and with a little help of a big chain, Bully Ray got a victory, non-title of course, over the TNA World Champion, who called him out. And Bully was going to lay out Austin a little bit more by grabbing his title belt and was ready to ram Austin Aries in the face with the title. But then here comes Jeff Hardy to the rescue, beating the crap out of Bully Ray, sending him outside of the ring. But then Austin came to, and he saw Hardy with the belt. He was mad. He thought Hardy was the one that was going to nail him with the belt, not Bully Ray. So, this feud between Austin Aries and Hardy, two babyfaces, going for the TNA World title at the Bound for Glory pay-per-view, should get very interesting in the next couple weeks. So, there you go with that. And I'll end this review with announcing this week TNA, not only will they be live for the rest of the year, but they said that next week during Championship Thursday, they will have the television title decided. Now, as we all know, Devon, the former television champion, left TNA. And that left a big question mark over the status of the television title. Those rumors are going to discontinue it. Well, it should be. It's the worst title besides it's the worst title in TNA. Anyway, it's the worst title besides the Knockouts tag, which I haven't seen much of. Thank God, because there isn't no tag team in Knockouts. Anyway, so they're going to bring back the television title and decide the champion next week. So there you go. That was an OK Impact tonight for Open Fight Night. Setting up some things for Bound for Glory. And that is it for tonight's TNA review. See you all later. Then bye. You've been attacked by the review from Zach. Thank you very much. See you all later. Yeah.